So, about a week ago, as we were covering the Afghanistan debacle that was going on, we had a bunch of Democrats and Republicans, a bunch of neoliberals and neoconservatives and warmongers voting on the war in Afghanistan. So, I literally cannot make this up. So, last week, the House committee that authorizes, the NDAA, the National Defense Authorization Act, that basically allows us to give more money to the military, which they don't actually need. So they were, taking a vote last week. And they voted to stop Donald Trump from getting out of the war in Afghanistan. I cannot make this up. If you asked me to create a story, this would not come up. I mean, this is quite literally horrifying. So, the numbers, it's not even a close one. The vote was 45-11. Think about that. There are 56 representatives on this committee, and 45 of them were like, yep, let's stay in war. Let's stay. Awesome. Now, who led this charge? Because obviously there's two chair people of the committee, two chairs. And sometimes it doesn't have to be a chair. It could be a random person in the committee. Who led the charge? Liz Cheney, daughter of, you guessed it, father of war, Dick Cheney, and Democratic Representative Jason Crow from Colorado. Now, you might think, oh man, the Democrats, they're so good because they're better than the Republicans. In some cases, yeah, they're but a lot of times they realign. And all the time we've got people going, oh my God, we need bipartisanship, please. Washington, D.C. needs bipartisanship. Yeah, I agree. That's how they sound to me. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I could use some bipartisanship in my life. But maybe if you were to fix our infrastructure, maybe if you were to end the wars, do a wealth tax, maybe do a Medicare for all solution. I mean, maybe raise the minimum wage. Just the normal things that we all care about, right? Like, how about fixing the housing crisis in California and in the nation overall? But they come together all the time for Wall Street deregulation, funding the military-industrial complex and defense contractors, and all kinds of issues like that. That's the bipartisanship that Democrats and Republicans do. Now, look, if they wanted to come together for, the Medicare for all, the minimum wage increase, the infrastructure, criminal justice reform, ending the wars, wealth tax, UBI, whatever they wanted to do, yes, do it. But no. Now you had in the minority, right? Ro Khanna, which that doesn't surprise me. Like, he's a progressive and he's trying to get us out of war. You even had Matt Gaetz, the clown of all clowns. Literally, you had Matt Gaetz, the guy who is a sycophant of Trump and would defend him at all costs except maybe war. I literally cannot make this up. Now, they literally came out with a story last week about, oh my God, Russians are killing Americans because what they're doing is they're giving money to the Taliban to kill Americans. Since when does that need to happen? When? We invaded their country. When does the Taliban need to go, hey, Russia, Vladimir Putin, can you give us money to kill Americans? And Vladimir Putin's like, yes, I give money, huh? You kill people, America, huh? Let's go. You kill people, huh? Vladimir Putin, we give money. That never happens. Why would the Taliban need money to kill Americans who invaded their country? It makes no sense. I mean, you think the Taliban is going to go, hey, man, I know there's 10 Americans or 3 Americans here. They're in their vehicle. Should I kill them? I don't know. Let me call Putin, see if he'll give me money. Oh, God, come on. If you're worried about keeping Americans safe, get out. Get out. Maybe that's how we keep them safe. Maybe, let's not go into an illegal, offensive, endless war. Oh, look, our troops are safe. Oh, shoot. So these neocons, these warmongers, these neoliberal conservatives and Democrats, if you can even call them that, they think it's best to stay in the war. Now, why did this happen, right? I'm going on this long rant. Why did it happen? Why did they take this vote? Look, I don't support Trump. I hate Trump. I despise Trump with a passion. But I'm kind of a different kind of Democrat. And I left the Democratic Party. I'm actually an independent now. I will give Trump credit when he deserves it, and I'll bash his ass when he doesn't. And that's like 99.99% of the time. And that 1%, he's like, I want to do something good. And we're like, okay. The president of the United States wanted and still wants to pull 4,000 troops out of Afghanistan in an effort and a bid to sign a peace deal with the Taliban. Now, look, I don't think that's nearly enough. It's not nearly enough. I think we have 10,000, 12,000 troops, and we're putting more in there. Get them all out. All of them, right? Look, I don't think Trump really wants to get out of the war because he's funded by the defense contractors. But people voted for Trump because he said it's time to come home. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get out of Afghanistan. Why are we in Afghanistan? Why? This pisses me off. At first it was President Bush came into Congress on September 20th. After 9/11, he said, we need to go into Afghanistan. Terrorists attacked us. And Al-Qaeda attacked our sovereign nation, our values. They might have shook the foundations of our nation, but they haven't destroyed our character. I don't know. He basically says, guys, we need to go invade Afghanistan. That's where Osama is. Let's go. And the Congress went, okay. So that was the mission. Go get Osama bin Laden. By the way, we failed at that. Osama, we went for him. And he wasn't in Pakistan. He was for a little bit, but the U.S. government couldn't get him. They found him in Pakistan. The dude's gone. He's dead over a decade. Come on. And then they go on the news. They don't pay attention anymore. But and when they do ask, they don't have an actual answer to say, well, I don't know. We just got to keep him there. And then they go, oh, we need to do it because Afghans can't look after themselves. We spend billions of dollars on Afghanistan. When the shit are you going to learn? They're just having us there because we pay their damn bills. And this is all to resist the president. Look, I'm down. Go ahead. Resist the president. But on issues that matter. They're basically going here, oh, well, Trump wants to pull out troops. Okay, fine. I don't want to pull out troops. No, sir. You have to stay in Afghanistan. You have to. Don't get out of Afghanistan. Oh, you want to pull troops out? Fine. Look, if the Trumps went into war, half of them would die. They're not smart. Okay, fine. You want to pull people out? Well, because the president wants to keep people out, I want to keep people in. It's kind of like, the conservatives when Obama was in charge. Mitch McConnell. I think we need to spend the first 2 years make sure the president only serves 1 term. We need to make sure he doesn't do his job. And yet, they still won seats in the Congress, the Republicans, because Obama effed up. And he didn't go, you know what, Medicare for all, criminal justice reform, let's go, climate change. No, he didn't do any of that. So now, you got these resistant liberal assholes who are saying, I know, look, anything that Trump does, we don't want to support. Oh, he wants to pull 4,000 troops, not enough, out of Afghanistan? We want to keep them in. Yeah, hashtag resistance. Are you kidding? Really? You want to keep troops in Afghanistan because the president wants to pull them out? You dumbasses. How about you go to the president and you go, hey, you dimwit, you really want to pull troops out? How about you pull all of them? How many we have? 12, 10, 12, 25,000 troops? I don't know if it's that high, but 10, 12, 15? Fine. We're getting them all out. Get them all out. Because then it shows you're willing to play hardball. It shows you're willing to actually move on that. Because for a long time during the Bush administration, Democrats seemed to come out and there was a huge push to get out of Iraq. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Why the hell are we here? Let's get out of here. Al-Qaeda is pretty much gone. Bin Laden ain't there. Why are we still in Afghanistan? Come on. Why are we still in Iraq? And that's part of why they won such huge numbers in the 2006 midterms is because, like, guys, Bush has got us in war. We're going to get us out. And people are like, oh, wow, shit. Oh, wow, cool. And then why did Obama win? Oh, I voted against the Iraq war. Hillary didn't, right? So he destroyed her in the primary, destroyed John McCain because I mean, when you have an unpopular president, how the hell are you going to distance yourself when you're a part of the same party? And he believed the same things as Bush, except on torture, because poor guy was tortured, right? John McCain. And it's like, okay. And then they get into power. Voters vote for them because they're going to get us out of war. And then we spend $50 billion freaking dollars in the war. Do you guys not get the political implications here? Like, to all the Democrats, I really do ask this. You political dumb dick faces. Jesus. You want to get more troops killed to resist the president? Are you kidding me? How about we go after him on the war on Yemen? Because right now he's funding the Saudi Arabians, and then the Saudi Arabian government under the Crown Prince, but Mohammed bin Salman, is funding jihadists. And then those jihadists are going out and killing our troops. And those jihadists include al-Nusra, Al-Qaeda, ISIS, and all kinds of other jihadist groups. And then they're going and killing a bunch of Yemens in southern Yemen. Northern Yemen, they're kind of keeping it like, we'll do an airstrike here and there, but we'll warn you. Poor southern Yemen is getting destroyed. They're causing famine. They're causing starvation. They're causing death and economic destruction and structural destruction. And we're helping with that. Why aren't we going after Trump on that? Why aren't we going after Trump on trying to kick 20 million more freaking people off of healthcare? Or that he's trying to kick out international students? You assholes, you dumbasses. Let's resist the president by keeping more troops in war. And you're so worried about Russians killing Americans. By the way, in the 1980s, when the Russians invaded Afghanistan, you're worried about Russians killing Americans by putting bounties on our heads. In the 1980s, we funded the Mujahideen, led by Osama bin Laden. And guess what? They became the Taliban, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, al-Nusra. That's what they became. We funded them to then go on Afghanistan soil and kill Soviet troops. That's what we did, the U.S. So in a way, if Russia did it, I'd be like, well, I mean, we also kind of did it to them. I think that's real issues if Russia is trying to kill our troops, but are you freaking serious? You think the Taliban needs money, as I said in the beginning? You think they need money to kill Americans who invaded their fucking country? Really? Now, why are we in Afghanistan? Now, look, we were in Iraq because of the oil. Oh, Saddam Hussein was involved in 9/11. He's making weapons of mass destruction. He's going to take over the world. Oops, we got to go get him. Boom, we invaded Iraq. Saddam's been dead for over a freaking decade. Why are we there? Osama, we didn't catch him in Afghanistan. We caught him in Pakistan. Now, there's conspiracy theories that, Osama's dead. That he's not dead. It's a conspiracy. I don't know. The Obama administration couldn't shut the hell up about it. Kept showing his photo like, oh, look, we got him. We got him, baby's here. Yeah. We were in Iraq for oil. Why are we in Afghanistan? Because it's rich in minerals. It's rich in minerals. That's why we're there. Because the military-industrial complex is going to get rich off those minerals, and then they're going to start siphoning off contracts to people in the defense industry who are going to bid for them, like Boeing, Raytheon, Halliburton, right? They're all going to bid. They're going to get those contracts, and they're going to get all that oil, the lithium, and the nylon. That's why we're there. So let's go in, let's topple the Middle East, let's grab the minerals, and let's get out of there. But it's not only that. They want to take control of this region in the Middle East to have a big old geopolitical advantage over Russia and China, so that Russia and China don't either take control of all of it or half of it. Each. I don't give about if we're in control. I don't think anybody should have any control over anybody's country. These Democrats voted for imperialism. Modern American imperialism. That's what they voted for. And you're telling me that this does... I always mention this to my friends who are bootlicking establishment thinkers. Guys, these dumbasses are going to cost Joe Biden the election. Why? Because they're voting for these dumbass policies. Oh, but we're not voting for them. We're voting for Joe Biden. He associates with the same parties, you dumbasses. I mean, come on. Joe Biden wants to stay in the wars. This war has cost like $2 trillion. The war in Iraq, $6 trillion. $9 trillion almost. $9 trillion almost. What could we have done with $9 trillion? Let's see. How about Medicare for all? How many times could we have provided health insurance to our veterans and everybody else in the freaking country? How many times for the $1.645 trillion in student debt? How much could we have paid that off? Maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 times? I don't know the math, but probably a lot. How about free college? How about housing for all, jobs for all, UBI, infrastructure? Trump campaign. We need to have the best infrastructure, folks. You know, flying to LaGuardia, it's really bad. We got to fix it bigly. And yet he wants to privatize everything. That's why he can't get shit done, because he wants to privatize it. We have 100,000 veterans in the streets. How about when they come back from the endless stupid-ass war you started, you damn bootlicking Republicans and asshole Republicans, all of you? How about we give them health care? How about we give them housing? How about we say, you know what, you served our country, you now need a job? Or how about you retire? How about we pay you the rest of your life? Because you fought for us to be in our cozy ass luxury houses up here in government. Like, I mean, come on. There's better use for our money. And these liberal Democratic assholes are just wanting to get themselves rich because they have their donors or the defense contractors, get the defense contractors rich, get the military-industrial complex rich. And then, by the way, we've killed 4,000 troops in Afghanistan. They've been killed. And then 20,000 wounded. Why? What is the freaking mission? Osama's gone. Saddam's gone. Most of the hijackers all the hijackers are dead. Most of the people involved are dead or arrested or whatever. You're siding with Liz freaking Cheney. This bastard of the Republican Party who doesn't want to fix the party. She wants to stop the exposure they're getting for the frauds that they are. And, I can't believe they're agreeing with a person whose dad ordered Guantanamo Bay and Abu Dhabi. Remember that? Remember how they tortured innocent German citizens because Middle Eastern countries said, okay, you want Al-Qaeda people? Okay, here, Al-Qaeda people. And they weren't even Al-Qaeda. They were actually innocent. Or tortured a guy 83 times to get answers out of him and it didn't work. Or tortured people because they wanted them to say that Iraq attacked us on 9/11 when they knew it was not true. That's the guy they're trusting, who in the 1990s said it would be stupid to go into Iraq because there's no strategy to get in and win. And there's no strategy to get out. And people say, oh, well, he changed his mind. Yeah, because Halliburton paid him probably $100 million. And people say, oh, we need to bring our American troops home and declare victory. What victory? Tell me, what victory? What did we win? We didn't win jack. Other than killing 4,000 troops, ruining the lives of 20,000 other troops, and thousands of family members. Tens of thousands. All because of your dumbass war. That's what happened. No mission. Except to get rich off of that war. Meanwhile, our troops suffer because of your dumbasses. So, declare victory. On what? On what? Our original mission was a freaking failure. Now there's no mission. We're 19 years in Afghanistan. Let's get out. Let's get out. Pay reparations to the families. Give veterans a freaking home. Let's get out of Afghanistan. And if you're a Democrat and you vote for this, you're a dumbass son of a bitch. All of you. You'd rather stay in war and kill our troops and get the military-industrial complex and the defense contractors rich with minerals and oil just to resist the freaking president of the United States. You politically awful, idiotic dumbasses. Make sure that when you guys vote, you're voting for people that don't support illegal, offensive, endless wars that last a lifetime.